interesting how people find love in different places. Love is such a beautiful thing, and we all cannot have the same love stories. Some love stories are like fairy tales, like the one you read in the book, where love is so sweet, everything is just so perfect. And some people find love in the worst place you can ever imagine. But that's life for you, because everybody cannot be the same. We all have our love journey, we all have our love stories, we all find love in different angles of life. I'm going to talk about Sharon Ooja because she's been trending on the news for the past few days. For those of you that don't know who she is, she's an actress in Nigeria that recently just got married to the love of her life. It was beautiful and sweet. Everyone was so happy for her because Sharon seems to be a girl that has been drama free. I have not heard anything negative about her. She is very crafted in her work. So what is it not to love about Sharon? So a lot of people fell in love with her, fell in love with her personality, fell in love with the fact that she loves God. Before we knew it, it was her wedding day. It was a day to unveil her Odogwu Silencer, like she calls him. And finally, she unveiled this very charming, handsome, beautiful, I don't even know how to describe this guy. Intelligent, charismatic, charming. I was like, girl, you did a good job, Sharon. You got the best man. I mean, you grabbed yourself a man. You know, your Odogwu Silencer is really an Odogwu Silencer. So we're all happy. The wedding was such a beautiful wedding. They spent a lot of money, from the decor to her wedding dress to everything about the wedding was just screaming luxury. While the wedding was still going on, we started getting notification right, left, from everywhere on the internet about this man. According to the news that was going around, it was said allegedly that this man has been married for 3 times. I thought to myself, no, this cannot be the same man. The same man I am crushing over. Excuse me, I know I'm married, but we're allowed to crush. It became more interesting because as the day go by, so many news of this guy started unveiling. And these news are not so good. People that knew him in California allegedly said that he's been married 3 times. And I'm thinking to myself, is this really true? Did Sharon not do her due diligence? Why would a young girl that is single, no drama, no children, why are you getting yourself involved in such marriage? Is it desperation? What is it? Like, there's no way Sharon would ignore all of these red flags, because whether we like it or not, if these allegations are true, these are several big red flags. But I was wondering to myself, is it that Sharon just decided to ignore all of this? I know that Sharon is intelligent. She's very smart. Like, she would not allow herself fall victim of this. According to the news, allegedly, it's been said that he has 4 kids. He's a womanizer. He goes to Nigeria to get married. And he has taste for women, because all of the women we have seen so far that he's been married to are beautiful women. So is it that Sharon is so desperate to get married and be called Mrs. Moko that she ignored all of this? So my take today is, first of all, I want every girl that is seeing all of this should not just be another story for you. This should be something you should be learning from. As a girl, especially if you're in a distance relationship, especially if you're dating someone that you can't really keep track of their lifestyle because they are far away from you. When you're dating someone that is far away from you, do your due diligence. It's so easy to find these days because there is internet everywhere. So if you're dating a man abroad or you're dating someone that is far away from you, do your due diligence. Don't be so melted by his love. Don't be so swept away. Before you put yourself in a relationship where you now have to prove yourself and prove to the world that this marriage must work, do your due diligence. Learn from this. Because for me, a man that is being married more than 1 time, 2 times, then the 3rd one, It's something to think about. It's something to raise your eyebrows for. It's something you have to think through. Is this really worth my time? Especially if you're not a divorcee yourself. If Sharon was a divorcee, Sharon had kids, maybe she just wants to settle and say, you know what, he's been there, we've both been hurt. Because I've seen really blended relationships that have really worked out. They've learned from all of their bad experiences and they come together with their children and create a very beautiful relationship and a safe environment for the children. So these things happen. The fact that you've been divorced once doesn't mean that you failed in marriage. People make mistakes, people learn, people rush into marriages where they now realize and understand that I deserve better, and people are given second chances because I believe in grace. I believe in giving people grace. But after the second one, the third one, then it's something I need to question. He's very, very strategic when it comes to the kind of women that he dates. He goes for women that are doing well. They said his second wife was an RN. The one he married in Nigeria before Sharon was a medical doctor, and Sharon is a well-known actress that is doing well for herself. So these patterns are something you should pay attention to. Now, so with that said, I'm going to go back to Sharon. I know that sometimes women like to say, it can never be me. No, I can never find myself in that situation. I have standards. When I remember when Davido was dating Chioma, Davido is a musician in Nigeria, a well-known musician in Nigeria that recently just got married to the love of his life, Chioma. It was a young guy that got sworn into fame and allowed the fame to get the best of him. And you can't really blame him. He got into fame as a young person, got into money as a young person. He was in the middle of every woman. Every woman wants to be with Davido. Got several women pregnant while still in a relationship with Chioma. A lot of people were saying to Chioma, that can never be me. How would you allow yourself, get cheated by a man several times? Don't you have self-worth? Don't you know it cannot be me? I just laugh because as I grow older, maybe when I was younger, I would probably be one of those girls that would be so quick to say, it can never be me. I don't pray that it's me, but sometimes life has a way of dealing with everyone. Trust me. Sometimes our love stories might not be the same, but we find love in different places. Happiness is key. At the end of the day, love is all that matters. Does Davido love Chioma? As we can all see, Davido truly loves Chioma. You can't tell me anything. Before now, I used to doubt Davido's love for Chioma, but when I saw him at that wedding, nobody can tell me anything. That man actually loves Chioma more than Chioma loves Davido. Let's just put it out there. And if Chioma have decided to be with Davido, who are we to say that it can't be me? My darling, they don't need you to be Chioma. Find who makes you happy. Chioma have found who makes her happy. Because in this pursuit of love and happiness, again, we find it in different ways. Some people find it so easy, so perfect. Some find love in the worst case scenarios. And that's the same thing I want to talk about Sharon. Sharon have found love in an awkward place. It is bad. It doesn't look good. I just hope that this man truly makes her happy. The only negative part to this is that when you find yourself in a relationship like Sharon is right now, the whole world is watching her out. Everyone is hoping that most people are watching to see if this marriage is going to last. At this point, Sharon would do everything in her power to prove everybody wrong. And that's a dangerous place to be. And I just want us to pray for Sharon. If this man is the one that makes her happy, let's support her. Let's not try to bring her down. Whether you like it or not, Sharon is part of this drama for life. Marriage is not a walk in the park. So before you go into marriage, do your due diligence. Coming out of a very drastic relationships, most times women, we jump into other relationship because we want to show the guy, your ex, in quote, that you've moved on. I think that's the worst time to even be in a relationship. Take out time to sit back and think about it. I think give yourself 1 year or 2 years to make sure that you're not falling into the same pit. But most of the time, we want to heal by jumping into another relationship so fast. And men sometimes take advantage of your vulnerability. I think Sharon was very vulnerable because she just came out of a relationship. Like she said, she just came out of the worst relationship in her life. I think she was vulnerable to this guy. Learn from what Sharon have been through. Learn from her mistakes. Men like this are very smooth. They are smooth talkers. They are manipulating. They are so in control. They know how to control your body, your mind, everything. And if you've decided to go into this kind of relationship, and this is my advice to Sharon, I know she's probably not going to watch my video, but the only way she can survive this relationship is to have a tough skin. Don't listen to what anyone tells you. You knew why you went into this relationship. Stay there. Don't listen to what anyone tells you. And you have a lot of work to do. Let nobody deceive you. You have to be patient. And I like the fact that you're very prayerful. You need to have a tough skin because you've not even started hearing things. You're probably going to hear more. She has to be deaf to a lot of things. I believe in giving people grace. Maybe Sharon have decided to give him grace despite his shortcomings. Let's just be happy for her. She probably thought about it. She probably saw all of this. She probably knew all of this. So let's wish her the best. But my goal here is that younger girls should learn from this. I think that she already knew that things like this were going to come up, and that's why she hid the guy from everyone until the wedding day. She said the guy brings her peace, and I hope that this marriage actually brings her peace. And yeah, I've come to the end of this video. Let me also know your thoughts in the comment section. Is there anything I've said or anything that I didn't include in this video? Don't hesitate to share it in the comment section. Like I always do at the end of my videos, you are loved, you are special, you are beautiful, you're kind, you're valuable. Please do not let anyone tell you otherwise. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.